Finding free glass painting designs is always a bit of a pain, unless you do your own of course, but normally I will at least base mine on another design. So in this video we want to help you find some decent free glass painting designs. Obviously the first place I'm going to send you to is our website, glasspainting.co.uk. If you go there and look at the top here, you'll see a button, free designs, and if you click it, it's this page which opens. Hold on, it's this page which opens. There we go, and that gives all the sections available of free designs. If you were to click on the flower one, for instance, it will take you to this section. The large glass painting designs are in this section. If you find a design you like, just click on it and there you'll see it opens as a design, and you just right click and save it onto your computer. I'll save image as. So we've got lots of designs on our site, and the headings, the large designs, children's, bears, birds and animals, there's a general section there, and somewhere down here you'll find the ones which specifically go with our projects. Okay, so that's on our own site, and you're welcome to use those designs in your work. Can't always find what you want on our site, so most people will skip then to Google and put in glass painting designs. Now if you're a little bit confused, I'm sure most people have found it, but if you look at the top here it says all, here it says images, and that brings up the images. We'll talk about copyright a little bit towards the end, but you can find loads of images. This is just doing a search for glass painting designs, so lots and lots of general images there. If you can't find what you want under glass painting designs, maybe you can find it under stained glass designs. There's some very nice ones in here. And again, a right click and you'll be able to download, but I can already see that this image is copyright, but we will talk about that later. So lots of designs there for you. Again, you might not find what you want, so why not try a bit of lateral thinking? Here's a search that not many people think about doing. The search is for children's colouring pages. And why is this so good? Let's zoom in there a little bit. As you can see, they're nice, big, bold, blocky designs like this one, which will be quite easy to glass paint. And obviously we can save it, take it into an editing software and change it a little. If I particularly wanted something, let's do a search. Let's add unicorn onto the end there. There we go. And lots of designs for unicorns. There's a nice one. In fact, there's a couple of very nice ones here. This one here would make quite a nice clock. Shame they cut the feet off. I'll have to put that back in, then back in again. But anyway, lots of designs, very nice, blocky, clear designs, which you'll find under children's colouring pages. You might even have some children's colouring books at home. Have a flick through them, and they should come up with some designs for you. In addition to searching generally like this, I do have a few sites bookmarked where I can go and get designs. This is Open Clip Art. Don't worry if you don't remember these sites, I will list them on the article on the website. But I have about a dozen sites like this. Not always quite as good because you get a heck of a mixture of images, We'll do a search for an owl. And you see some of these might make good glass painting designs. Others are too complicated to use. But again, if we zoom in, you can see. But there are pages and pages of these. So we'll just have to keep on going through until we find one we think might be suitable. So I'll list those extra sites in the article on our website and take a look for yourself. Some are better than others. So that's a few places where you can get free glass painting designs. Our website, a good search on Google using their image search, always really good, brings up lots. I can spend hours going through these. And even if you don't like the design totally, often they'll give you a bit of inspiration towards making your own. So we were going to talk about copyright. Copyright is important, but how important it is depends on what you're doing. If you're making a piece for yourself, for your own home, you really shouldn't have much trouble. You know, that copyright police or whoever do it are not going to come knocking on your door demanding you break your vase you've made or something. So don't fret too much about stuff you make in your own home. It certainly applies if you are selling your work. You have to be extra careful. Now, rarely does an image you find totally suit your needs, so you'll want to manipulate it in some way, and often people will just do this with a pen and paper, and that is fine. I prefer to use a program, and I will show you a couple now, both of which are free. The first one is called Paint.net. You can see the name up there. It's a bit confusing because you get it from a site called www.getpaint.net, but again, I'll give you the link. And it's a great free graphics program. As you can see here, there's all sorts of work you can do with it. And that'll work on any Windows machine. Or I think it's Windows 7 and above, but that'll work just on Windows, which is obviously what most people use. My one drawback about it is for a lot of the things you want to do on it, you actually have to import plugins, and it gets a little bit complicated. But it will do basic stuff straight after you install it. Now, my own personal favourite at the moment is called GIMP. Now, this is a very powerful graphics program used by a lot of professional graphics artists, but there are tutorials available on the website, as you can see, from beginners up to more complicated stuff. Now, it is my own favourite. You might remember this image here, which we saw earlier. I think it was in the children's colouring pages. And you could do very simple things. On this, I added a frame like that, and some lines like that, so I can make a nice hanger out of it. I probably won't use it like that, so let's just merge this all together. You may know I prefer to have my designs in green because it's easier to see when you are using black outliner. So let's just see if we can change this to green. I think I'll have a slightly lighter green than that. What I should do. I'm not expecting you to learn from this. It's just a demonstration of what you can do. And there we are, my design is now in green, and I can save that. So using a graphics manipulation program is useful when it comes to glass painting, and we'll probably go into more depth about that in another video. But for now, I'll put the links for both Paint.net and GIMP in the article, and you're able to download them. They are both absolutely free, and I should point out that GIMP works on Windows and Linux, so no matter what your operating system is, it should work. Right, hope you found this video useful. Hopefully next week we'll be back to a new project. Happy crafting.